Pops is a very nice man and he has some very nice clothes. So we're going to start out with these shiny black shoes, sort of the type of shoes you would see someone wear with a suit. And for the legs, we're going to need some wires because Pops is very tall and his head is very big and heavy. So without these wires, I think it would sort of melt down in the oven. Once we're done coating the wires, we can move on to the upper part of the pants. This is sort of just like a half circle. And we'll need to stick a wire in there for the body. This will give it also some more support. After making the whole series of Pokemon characters, I think it's time to move on to a new series. So this is why I picked Cartoon Network. It has some of my favorite cartoons I've ever watched, and there's a lot of different things to choose from. Let me know what you guys think is your favorite cartoon on Cartoon Network, or any other channel. We'll start out with some regular show, and maybe after that some Adventure Time, maybe there's some other shows that we can create some clay figures from. So now moving on back to the clay creation here, we have some vanilla clay. I've never used this before, maybe it was just a bad pack, but this stuff is so crumbly and hard, I couldn't do anything with it. So I took some nice soft white clay and mixed it together with it. And after maybe 10 or 15 minutes, this vanilla clay got very soft and usable. So I don't plan on using this vanilla clay ever again, honestly. This ball of foil here we can use for the inner part of Pops' head. His head is so big, I really didn't want to use just clay. It seemed like it would be very wasteful and also way too heavy and it would just fall right off his head, which kind of happens anyway. But I think the foil makes it a bit more light. And we'll have to glue that on after baking, there's no way it's going to stay on right now. So we can start attaching the arms here into his fancy vest. And we have some cuffs at the top. I wanted Pops to be in sort of a waving position, he's always a real happy guy, waving and smiling at people. Now, you may know if you watch my other videos, I really hate creating hands. I always pick clay figures that don't have fingers or very easy fingers. So I've never really created the individual fingers like this, but I guess it seemed to work out pretty well. I still don't like it very much though, but it worked out. And now we have Pops' face. We'll start working on the details here. First we have the mouth. We can fill that in with some red clay. Usually I put a ton inside of the character's mouth, but I think on this one I'm not going to use a ton. We'll put some teeth in instead. Here we have the eyes, and now the inner part of the eyes. And we'll move on with this tiny worm of black clay. We can make the eyebrows. Now this is some more of that vanilla clay I had from the shirt, and I had to soften it back up again, but here's the mustache. And I wanted this to be a little bit more detailed, so I used my dentist pick here to make some hairlines in it. And here's the teeth I was talking about. You can't see them very much, but it adds a nice touch to the clay figure. And for a final step, we need to create his nice man top hat. And this is pretty easy to create, it's just a couple different pieces of clay. And now we have some dark gray for the wrappings. This is the same color as the pants. And now Pops is ready to get baked. After baking, let's use some super glue because things fell apart a little bit in the oven. First we have the mustache, and now the big old head. And then we can put the hat on top. And here it is, guys, Pops. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and if you like watching my videos, remember to subscribe so you don't miss any, and I'll see you all next Saturday.